Hello everyone, this is AJ Tutorials. Today I'll be showing you how to derive the quadratic formula using completing the squares. Now we all know that the completing the square, generally quadratic equation has the formula ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. Now the first step you have to take to get the quadratic formula is to divide all through by the coefficient of x squared. And we can see that the coefficient of x squared here is a. So we divide all through by a, and this was the result. Now you take the c over a. After dividing everything by c over a, we can clearly see that a cancels a here, b over a, then c over a. You take the c over a here to the right hand side, that is after the equality sign. Now after taking it to after the equality sign, the sign changes. As you all know, the sign changes. Now what next step do we take? We take half of b over a. Now we all know our half is the same thing as 1 over 2. Now after taking the half and you get the square of them, you replace it after the equality sign. Exactly after equality sign, exactly the way it was here. Now we can see this gave us b over 2a squared. B over 2a squared, right? B over 2a squared. Now what is the square of b? B squared. The square of 2a is 4a squared, as you can see clearly. Now the same thing here, we have b over 2a, still the same thing as b squared over 4a squared. Okay, now what next thing do we do? You can look at the right hand side here. It says brackets both on left hand side indicating the square. Now you can all see the square here. You can also see the square here. What do we do? You bracket them together, indicating just one square. Now let's come back to the right hand side. If you rearrange this equation, if you rearrange this, let's see what we get. You can clearly see that after that we arrange this, we can rearrange this to say b square over 4a square, see the same thing as minus c over a. B square minus 4a square, see the same thing as the previous one. Now solving further, we can take this LCM according to the instruction. The question says take the LCM on the right hand side and rearrange. Okay, let's do that. We can take the LCM of 4a squared and a here is 4a squared. So 4a squared divided 4a squared is 1. 1 times b squared, have b squared here. 4a squared into a is 4a. 4a times c, we have 4ac here. Now what is the next thing we have to do? We take the square root of both sides. When we take the square root of both sides, the square root here cancels the square here. What we are left with is the right hand side. Now say cancel out the squares and find out the square root on the right hand side. Okay, now look at this clearly. You will notice that if you take the square root of 4a square as we did here, you will get 2a. B square minus 4ac doesn't necessarily have a square root. Why do I say that? B square here may have a square root to be b here too. Now what about the a and what about the c? So that makes all this, we leave this in short form. Okay, let's come back to this now. After cancelling the square, what's the next thing we have to do? We can take this b over 2a to the other side, collecting like terms, leaving x as the subject. Now, further solving, we can see that minus b over 2a, that is the positive sign after the equality sign changes to minus. Okay, now look at this. They both have same denominator. They both have same denominator. So we can say we can take the LCM to be 2a. Now the LCM to be 2a reveals that minus b plus minus the square root of b square minus 4ac, leading us to the general quadratic formula x equal to minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac over 2a. Hope this is fully understood by you. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Thank you.